on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged match. And I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time with this because there's a lot to it. So getting right into Raw for 10/14/19. It starts out with Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins recap. WWE is finally acknowledging the disaster that was the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and the aftermath. After that, Becky Lynch comes out. She's cutting a promo talking about Sasha Banks being injured, so she has to fight Charlotte Flair. Wondering if the feud will ever end. Charlotte comes out, continues the promo on her side, saying, "You never know, I may get drafted to Raw, and we'll continue this forever." So it is Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. It was actually a really good match. I really liked it. These two together have been very, very good, and Charlotte Flair has honestly had some of the best women's matches in the company, period. At the end of the day, though, Becky Lynch does get the win, and that means Raw gets the first draft. So Charlie interviews Seth Rollins. He says, he's not really worried about the draft as long as he's got Bray Wyatt on his heels. And so he's going to go fiend hunting tonight. Then you get the first Stephanie McMahon promo for the draft. And that is Seth Rollins to Raw, no shock there. Brock Lesnar to SmackDown, no shock there. Charlotte to Raw. That was a little surprising, but good. New Day to SmackDown, and Andrade with Zelina Vega coming to Raw. And from there, they have Andrade with Zelina Vega. Zelina cuts a promo talking about how, and no one should be surprised, that Andrade was a first-round draft pick for Raw. And they take on Ali. And essentially, this is Zelina getting involved a couple of times, and then, does the Hurricane Rana on Ali. Andrade throws him back in the ring, hits him with his DDT. Andrade wins. It was a good match. They had some good spots. Exactly what you would expect from Andrade versus Ali, honestly. They're two incredibly talented guys. So then you get Stephanie McMahon's second draft promo, which is Asuka and Kairi Sane to Raw. I refuse to call them that dumb bullshit. Daniel Bryan to SmackDown, Rusev to Raw, Bayley to SmackDown, and Aleister Black to Raw. They don't like splitting up couples. Zelina Vega's now on Raw, so that's kind of understandable. After that, you get the Viking Raiders, who beat Rude and Ziggler last week to get a number one title. Well, they were the number one title. Now they're getting a championship match this week. So Viking Raiders versus Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler. Good match. These guys, for big guys, I always say how impressive they are. They can really move and, pardon the phrase, throw their weight around. They really are pretty damn good. They also got the win and are new Raw Tag Champions. So I thought that was pretty cool. I did like that. The third Stephanie McMahon promo leads to Cedric Alexander on Raw, Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown, Humberto Carrillo to Raw, Ali to SmackDown, and Rowan to Raw. So Rowan now coming back over from SmackDown. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I noticed that there are some names that they left out of this whole draft series too, which we'll have to figure out. But after that, you have Aleister Black, and he takes on Eric Young. Aleister Black is taking on the nobodies, basically, at this point, building up to something, I hope. But they have made him look absolutely dominant in every match, and really not much different here. Eric Young gets some offense in, not enough to matter, and then Aleister Black gets that rear choke on him again and makes Young tap out. So Aleister Black expanding his moveset. That's always good. Stephanie McMahon promo 4 is Buddy Murphy to Raw, Ziggler and Rude to SmackDown. So apparently they're keeping them as a tag team. Jinder Mahal to Raw, which he's still out of action anyway, and when he gets back, I don't know who's going to be excited about it. Carmella to SmackDown, and R-Truth to Raw. So they have split up R-Truth and Carmella. Honestly, I'm not too sad about that because R-Truth is the talent in there, and Carmella was a seat filler. And it's not really a disrespect. She's gotten a lot better, and I actually am starting to like Carmella quite a bit. So it's not really meant as a disrespect. It's just that R-Truth is so fucking talented. You could put him with anybody, and it's going to work. So that's kind of the way I feel about that. The Street Profits, they're cutting a promo. They get interrupted by the OC. The OC say that Raw is their home turf. And then they attack the Street Profits. After that, you get Ricochet versus Shelton Benjamin. Another really good match. I actually like the in-ring matches that they had this week. Really, really good. Shelton Benjamin is honestly one of the most underused guys in the whole company, in my opinion. He's really amazing. So you get Shelton Benjamin and Ricochet. They put on a good match. Of course, they've got some really good moves. At the end of the day, Ricochet gets the win. Then you get this Lana and Bobby Lashley spa bit. I don't know how to feel about this. I really don't. I mean, if it goes somewhere and something cool happens, okay, fine. As it stands right now, I'm just, whatever. Honestly. Then you get the Braun Strowman Tyson Fury contract signing. The contract signing was pretty uneventful. They sign the contracts, they do a little jaw-jacking, they stand up, Braun Strowman smashes the table, and then Tyson Fury just shows everybody a pencil, and then acts like he's straining to break the pencil, laughs, and walks out of the ring. So that was that. Stephanie McMahon promo 5 has Samoa Joe going to Raw, The Miz to SmackDown, Akira Tozawa to Raw, I do like him, Baron Corbin to SmackDown, and Shelton Benjamin to Raw, which we just saw in action. So I guess that makes sense. After that, you have Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. Again, this is a match you know is going to be good. Two highly athletic guys. And I did like it. It was entertaining. And then Buddy Murphy gets the win over Cedric Alexander. Alexander has had a lot of stuff going on lately. So this gives Buddy Murphy some good momentum, I think. After that, the Street Profits cut a promo after their attack from the OC and basically saying they're going to repay the OC. Stephanie McMahon makes her last promo for the draft, and that is Rey Mysterio to Raw, Chad Gable to SmackDown, Titus O'Neil to Raw, Elias to SmackDown, so he's changing for sure, and then they end with Liv Morgan to Raw, and I thought that was really interesting to end on, but whatever. Maybe they got something planned for her when she comes back. After that, you get Asuka versus Kairi. I do that all the time. I really do. Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Natalya and Lacey Evans. This made no sense whatsoever. So, the theme here is that she wanted the person that's taken her to her limit the most lately, which is Lacey Evans. So they were trying to kill each other last week, and now they're friends. It made no sense. It was stupid, and they lost. Asuka and Kairi Sane get the win after a quick match. I didn't care, man. This was just dumb. And then the Firefly Funhouse is how they end the show. And you've got Bray Wyatt in there and Ramblin' Rabbit's alive again. And he's saying, you better watch out, Seth Rollins is coming, man. And then out of nowhere, Seth Rollins comes and he just starts beating the hell out of Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt stands up like, why are you doing this to me? And it didn't even make sense. And then Seth Rollins goes to beating his ass again and then burns the Firefly Funhouse up. Literally sets everything on fire, and that's where they close the show. So overall, if I'm being honest, it wasn't a bad show. But they ended with two really stupid bits. The Firefly Funhouse didn't work, and Natalya and Lacey Evans was just dumb. So when you end a show on a bad note, that's what people take away from it. I'm going to try be a bit more diplomatic. But they gotta pull that together, man. They got some competition now. It's only been 2 shows from AEW, but they've done damn good. No weak spots, really. And so, WWE's got to get this figured out, man. I did like a lot of the matches. Again, this was a lot of time taken up by the draft announcements, which weren't that big a deal to me. Asuka, Kairi Sane, Natalya, Lacey Evans, I could have left out. Firefly Funhouse, I could have left out. OC versus Street Profits, that's kind of intriguing. I do like that. I love the first match, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. I liked Andrade Ali. I liked Viking Raiders, Rude and Ziggler. Aleister Black looking strong, even though it wasn't really a dynamic match. You had some good offense from Aleister. Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander, good. So, trying to be fair to everything else, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Because there was a lot of time taken up by the draft announcements, and then they finished very weakly. So that's where I'm at. I feel like a lot of the stuff was strong enough to give it a slightly above average rating, but not a great rating. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.